welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about something which many of us love hating it, while many of us hate how much we love it, and that is sugar. So sugar is one of those sneaky substances that many of us ingest too much unknowingly, and too much of sugar in a diet can lead to many not so sweet health consequences. But can an athlete get away by having a lot of sugar in their food and beverages? So in today's video I'm going to dig deeper into the impact of sugar on athletes. And if this interests you, then quickly hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe. I am Rashmi Cherian, registered dietitian and sports and exercise nutritionist. So athletes, this is one such video that you shouldn't be missing at all. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Athletes have a complicated relationship with sugar because it's actually kind of a balancing act. So athletes need carbohydrates in their diet for recovery and as pre-training fuel, and sugars form the base of carbohydrates. So athletes' optimal amount of right kind of sugar can fuel you for a rigorous training session and help to jumpstart your recovery. But too much of sugar and wrong kind of sugar can set you for a painful sugar crash. So like many other things in life, there is a fine line between too much sugar and just the right kind. And all you athletes who are looking to take your athletic performance to the next level, regulating your sugar intake is essential. So when we talk about sugar, there are two kinds: added and natural sugar. So added sugar is the one that is purposely added by the manufacturer into the food during processing, like a healthy looking breakfast cereal or flavored yogurt, flavored oatmeal, soda, granola bar and coffee blended drinks. These are the top sources of added sugar in our diet, apart from the most obvious ones like cakes, cookies, candies and other kind of desserts. So these added sugar can mess up your hormones, lead to insulin resistance, can damage your liver and can also increase total calorie intake. On the other hand, natural sugar is the one that is naturally present in foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, legumes and dairy. So these foods contain small amount of sugar and they are packed with lot of the nutrients like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber or proteins. So since these foods contain beneficial nutrients like proteins from milk or fiber from fruits, the sugar that is naturally present in these foods is absorbed slowly and doesn't cause same impact like added sugar. So athletes, I hope now you understand that natural sugar is not a problem, but added sugar is. But does that mean that athletes cannot consume added sugar completely? Well, definitely no. Athletes need sugar for fuel and recovery. So training with sugar is not a problem. Many performance products like sports drinks, recovery beverages, gels and energy bars contain added sugar. So for athletes, these products can help to sustain their energy levels during strenuous or prolonged bouts of exercise. So athletes, try to understand this. You need to minimize the amount of added sugar you consume outside of exercise. But during prolonged exercise and to a lesser extent before and after exercise, simple sugars are useful, effective and doesn't come with risks and problems. Staying within 40 to 60 grams per day, athletes can use simple sugar to their advantage, fueling their normal physical activity. But for intense physical activity, athletes need to increase their daily sugar intake. But the problem here is many athletes abuse sugar, and abuse can lead to addiction. And an athlete addicted to sugar is not a pretty picture, because the overconsumption of sugar has been linked to obesity, diabetes, then depression, digestion problems, cancer, high cholesterol, along with inflammation, constipation, headache and worsened asthma. Excess sugar can actually sabotage your training and performance and can negatively impact your health as well. And I'm pretty sure many of you athletes must be consuming more sugar than you think. So see guys, most of the negative impacts are associated with sugar only when it is consumed at rest. Your body needs to do something with the energy you consume, and when you are not active enough to burn it, your muscles are already full of glycogen. As a result, your blood sugar levels stay elevated longer and more carbohydrates get stored as fat. Whereas during exercise, carbohydrate metabolism is different. So during exercise, the sugar you consume doesn't lead to insulin spike or contribute to liver damage or leptin resistance. So overall crux of the matter is, as an athlete, you do not have have to avoid added or simple sugars during exercise. But that doesn't mean you can and should only consume added or simple sugars while exercising. Complex carbohydrates and foods that contain proteins, fats, and fiber are all parts of sound sports nutrition strategy. So when added sugar doesn't serve a useful function, which is pretty much any time more than an hour before or after exercise, you need to prioritize whole foods without added sugar. And athletes, I have few tips for you to reduce your sugar cravings and to reduce your total sugar intake. Number one, start your day with proteins. Then try to avoid most of the packaged foods, as nearly 75% of the pre-packaged foods contain added sugar. And for that, make a habit of checking food labels, especially for added sugar. Then replace all your sugary cereals with plain cereal or oatmeal with fruits. Choose plain yogurt over flavored ones. Then try to ensure each meal is balanced by mixing complex carbohydrates with proteins, healthy fats, and non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, mushroom, beans, zucchini, etc. Then choose sports drinks that contain complex carbohydrates like maltodextrin or glucose polymers than the ones that contain only simple sugars. And lastly, get enough sleep. So athletes, with everything else that you are doing to reach your performance goals, keep an eye on your sugar intake as well, and that comes with practice. So in moderation, sugar can be your friend, athletes. And if you like this video, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to work one-on-one with me and take your game to the next level, then you can contact me here. As always, thanks for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you next week.